Hey everybody, this is Javi, and you are watching the Bowtie Sidekick here on YouTube. I hope everyone is having a good morning, considering that it is the first day of spring, and also a lot of Aries energy is going on, which means that everyone is pretty much on the go and actually very much ready for the sun to come out. So I am also very excited. It's really nice here in Rochester, where I am. The sun is out, as you can see. I'm using a combination of the natural light and the light on my lamp, and so it just feels really nice to have some light come through um, at this time. So actually, I wanted to share this with you. The reason why I am doing this video is because Spirit put it in my mind and gave me this download to do readings for um, each zodiac sign for the Aries season. And so I'm going to do that. And also, Spirit told me to focus on self care because there's going to be a lot of that has to be going on. There's going to be a lot of that um, that is going to be happening throughout this entire season because people are going to be doing a lot of activities, and people are going to be on the go on a regular basis. So, excuse me, I'm a bit tired as well. I did not get a lot of sleep last night because of my cats. They have the tendency, at least one in particular, has the tendency to want to eat at 3 in the morning. So, if I seem kind of out of it, that's why. So, what we are going to do, for one, is to invite the ancestors and my spirit team to come through. So we can get started. So I usually do this exercise before I do readings anyway, so I am not stumbling over my words, and spirit is actually using me as a vessel. So, dear Holy Spirit, I pray you use me as a vessel. Whatever comes through is from you. Highest and the best of my guardians, ancestors, wise ones, guardian angels, archangels, ascended masters. Whatever comes through comes from the place of light and love and is rooted in truth. I pray you put the white light of protection around me and those who will be receiving this reading. So again, I hope that everyone is enjoying the weather and enjoying the sun while it's out. I know here in Rochester, um, it's I'm going to be going outside fairly soon. So I am using again the Dream of Gaia deck. Um, it's the one that Spirit usually has me use um, because it deals with the elements. Um, I really like it because the pips are the elements. So we have Earth, Wind, Fire, Water instead of wands, swords, cups, and pentacles. So, dear Spirit, what messages do you have for those born under the Aries sign? What message do you have? And a message, sorry, that's my phone. And messages regarding to self care. Mhm. So this is actually for Aries. So we have 3 cards here already. Okay. So what you got here is the Two of Fire. And the Two of Fire upside down is basically like pertains to the twin flame right here. The twin flames right here, but it's upside down. Be aware of old relationships that are going to be coming through. Be aware that there are going to be people that you have not spoken to in years, maybe months, coming through and sliding into your DMs and sliding into your text messages, wanting to say, "Hey, how you doing?" Please be aware that is in fact it's the beginning of spring. This is a new beginning. So a lot of people are going to be coming through and wanting to rekindle a lot of old things, all the relationships. And what this card is saying is to be very wary of that, because excuse me, these people are actually whoever is coming through. They're actually working with an energy, this new love energy. Because here's the thing, though, spring energy also bring. This is also mating season for people, and so um, is mating season in general. So a lot of people are wanting to find love and wanting to find companionship, but also people are have there's that sexual energy as well. It's actually going to be a lot worse during the summer season. So also be aware of that. But in the spring, there's like a sort of quasi innocence to that sort of energy, and so you are to be aware, Aries, that there are going to be old lovers and old companions that are going to be coming into your life. Be wary of their intentions. Be wary of what they say to you. Be wary of what they do for you, and also be aware of your own energy. Are you going to be calling people that you have no business calling, or hanging out with people that have done you wrong in the past, or you let go of in the past? It's okay to forgive these people, but if they hurt you or done something to you in the past that does not resonate with your spirit whatsoever, is pretty much okay for you to let that person go. You do not have to reconcile in any way, shape, or form, and also take care of yourself um, and take care of your heart. I too, even though I am not an Aries and is not anywhere near my other signs, I'm also getting like this energy of hurt as well. So just be aware of that. Protect your heart. Remember, this is a self care message and a self care spread that I am working with. So be wary and take care of your heart. Look out for yourself first. I got the youth card because it's spring. It's spring. There's going to be a lot of youthful energy around you. There's going to be a lot of your energy is going to be up, Aries. Your energy is going to be up to the point where you're going to, some of you, especially old of those who are up there in age, and I'm sorry if that offends you in any way, shape, or form, but a lot of you are going to be working with a lot of youthful energy, which means you are to take care of your body, take care of your mind and your spirit, but also take care of your body, because even though you may have a youthful spirit, it doesn't mean that your body basically is aligned with that spirit. So please be aware of any physical ailments, any knees popping, your heart is aching, or you have heart problems, or you have a headache. If you need to sleep, by all means go ahead and go to sleep. If you need to take a nap, go ahead and do that. If you need to eat more, go ahead and do that. This youthful spirit is basically um, this card is basically saying don't have your spirit trick you, into thinking that you are a superhuman. You're not a superhuman. You just have a youthful spirit, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay to have fun. It's okay to take care of yourself as far as not overworking. If anything, you are to slow down. So just be aware that in Aries season, you're going to be working with a lot of energy that you have not felt before. Um, You're going to be requiring a lot of movement. But what that particular card is saying is that be aware of your energy and be aware of how much you extend yourself. Um, because if not, you're going to run into some problems. And this is also the king of water. The king of water is very aware of their emotions, very on top of their emotions. They're working with a very masculine energy. Um, and so what this card is basically saying too is that don't a lot of Aries, they're not known for being very emotional. They're not known for letting their emotions be known to people. And so what this card is saying is that you're going to be dealing with that as well tenfold. And this is a time for you to allow yourself to be emotional. It's okay for you to cry. It's okay for you to be in a certain place where you can talk to people. It's okay for you to be vulnerable. It's very much okay for you to be vulnerable. A lot of Aries is because that card is upside down. That card is basically saying that a lot of you are not going to allow yourself to um, to be vulnerable, and this is a time for you to do that. That is a form of self care, showing all of your emotions, allowing your emotions to come through, talking to people, and instead of holding it in or worse, blowing up at people, talk to people. If you need to have a sounding board, I'd rather y'all have a sounding board, have someone that you can talk to on a regular basis, or get online and pop, and um, use, your social media um, platforms to say, like, look, I'm hurting. I'd rather y'all do that if that is the case, because unfortunately, not a lot of us have support right away or have support, um, on the ready, when we are feeling a certain way. So for the Aries, for those born under the Aries sign, do something to let go of that energy, um, to be vulnerable, because if not, it's going to be a detriment to your mind, body, and spirit. It's going to be detrimental for your mental health. It's going to be very, very detrimental um, for people around you when you finally blow up or you are so depressed to the point where you cannot function and you are worried about hurting yourself or hurting other people. Um, and what that card is saying is that that's not necessary. You do have a support system. Reach out to spirit, reach out to your spirit team, reach out to your ancestors if you are so inclined, but do not hold on to things. Okay, that form of everything is going on. That form of self care, um, feeling all your emotions at this time is needed, especially um, since you are very, very known for being on the go to the point where you don't allow yourself the time to decompress or reflect on what's going on in your life on a regular basis. So please be aware of that. Okay, so let's pull more cards here. Ooh, all right, two fell out. What other messages do you have for Aries in regards to self care? All right, Aries, you have the King of Fire. Again, you're going to be working with a lot of fire. This is your card, y'all. You're going to be working with a lot of energy. You're going to be working with a lot of fire. You're going to be working with a lot of vigor. You're going to be, wanting to do all kinds of projects, wanting to go on types of trips, wanting to spend all your money, wanting to get money. I'm seeing a lot of people doing a lot of creative. A lot of Aries doing a lot of creative things, doing a lot of physical movement as far as wanting to climb mountains and and do rock climbing and things like that, doing things that have a lot of intensity. And so what this card is saying is that the spirits are very aware of what they're working with. um, you're gonna need a lot of self care because of this energy. You don't want to burn out as well. There's gonna be a lot of times where, again, you're gonna be overexert. You're gonna overexert yourself, and because that overexertion, you're gonna be extremely burnt out very quickly. So what that card is saying is that yes, the spirit is very aware that also, let's be real. Spirit is very aware that you're hard headed. Spirit is very aware that there are going to be a lot of people telling you like, "Yo, you need to slow down some. Slow down. Don't do so much." And you're going to be the first one to say, "I'm good. I'm okay," and you're going to continue to overexert yourself. And what that card is saying is that you have this fire within you, and there's nothing wrong with that. And because that's who you are. That's who you are. Um, as an Aries individual, and also that's how you are as a person. You just cannot settle down and sit down for nothing. But what the spirit is also aware, and what and basically telling you is that it's also okay to just listen to your body, and focus on your energy, learn how to read your energy, learn how to listen to your body, and take deep breaths at times because you're not going to be able to finish everything. That's just the bottom line. You're not going to be able to finish everything that you would put your whole heart on. It's just not possible at all. It's just not possible, and that's okay. A lot of you, the healing card upside down, it's not a coincidence, of course, that it is here in this spread because a lot of you have not healed yet. You're so much on the go that a lot of us on the go, but y'all take it overdrive um, because this is your season and it's spring. You do so much that you are not aware of your own trauma. You do so much for other people, and you do so much for your projects. You do so much for the world that you have not given yourself time to heal, Aries. You haven't given yourself time to heal. There's a lot of trauma that you have gone through. There's a lot of hurt that you have gone through. There's a lot of people have pissed you off in the past. A lot of people have hurt you in the past. A lot of us, especially if you are a light worker or someone who does a lot of spirituality and magic work, you do this simply, one of the reasons why we do what we do is because a lot of our people that we work with have gone through a lot of trauma. And as a result of that, we overcome it. And we want to use our work to help other people. But we are not healed. We cannot do that, at least not effectively. So what that card is saying is that allow yourself, put yourself first and allow yourself to heal. Put yourself first and allow yourself to, again, reflect, to find out who you are, to find out what you're capable of, to find out what your purpose is. And once you do that, Aries, you won't work as hard. You won't be so compelled to work as hard. A lot of that energy is that you use to do all that work. All that work that you sometimes do is a form of escapism. A lot of that work that you do to, because I'm going to be real honest with you, this is also the time that a lot of extrovert energy is going to be working with you as well. A lot of Aries people are known as extroverts, and it's going to go into overdrive. And sometimes there are people who talk and are extroverted, so yes, they love being around people, but a lot of those folks too are not healed, and they do it, do all this talking and be around people just so they don't be alone with their own thoughts, because once you start to self-reflect, a lot of the trauma starts coming back. And so that card, the healing card, is saying that a lot of you have not healed, and this is a time for you to do that. So you're not stressing yourself out, you're not overexerting yourself, you know, in attempts to escape from the inevitable, and that is the healing work. And so this is the 10 of air. And what this card is saying is that a lot of you are also not tapped in the spirit, or this is a time for you to start reflecting and start for your self-care purposes, connecting with your ancestors, connecting with your spirit team, connecting with your spirit guides, your ancestors, your wise ones, your ascended masters. Start connecting with those higher entities, because they're going to be the ones to teach you how to slow down and take care of yourself. They're the ones that are going to be helping you overcome your trauma, and they're going to be the ones that help you um, question your own motives and question the reason why you are so ready to work all the time. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that like trauma is the reason why, is the only reason why you like work so much. Of course, there's a lot of people who are born under the Aries sign that don't even know what trauma looks like, and they are doing very well. They just have to take care of themselves. But this is for people, who are, but the majority of us, let's be real, the majority of us, this reading is for people who have gone through it, who have gone through it. They're considered quote unquote wounded warriors. And that's a term that's been used, to describe social workers who have gone through trauma, have overcome their trauma, and now using their story to help others, or their past to help others. And this is no different from an Aries who has gone through it, has overcome it. But you didn't do that by yourself. You had a spirit team with you. You had a spirit team, um, to help you get through even the worst parts of what occurred in your life. This is also you asking questions. It's time for you to start asking questions, sitting down and wondering what your purpose is. There's more to life than being on the go. There's more to life than being extroverted. There's more to life than, doing project after project after project and being productive. You're not a machine, okay? You are a spiritual being having a human experience, having a few human experiences. So it's time for you to get tapped in and be aware of your power, and be aware of your spiritual self, and where that has come from. And so I'm going to pull one more card here. One more card, and you have, this is the Six of Earth. Again, this is a vulnerability card. You can't keep up for self-care purposes. You can't keep running all the time. But what this card is saying is that a lot of you are a little bit too busy. Don't be so busy to the point where you're not allowing yourself to be vulnerable, and you're just holding up walls and keeping up appearances. Let me shoot this person right here. Okay. As you can see, his armor is breaking. His armor is breaking. He's allowing himself, his true self, to come through. And what this card is upside down is saying that a lot of you are not doing that. A lot of you are not allowing yourself to become vulnerable. It's time to shed the armor, break the armor. 2019 is a year of transformation. A lot of things are falling through, coming through. Your ego was one of them. So what that card is basically saying is that let go of your ego, Aries. Allow people to love you. Allow people to care about you. Allow people to share their moments in their life with you. Allow yourself um, the liberty of spiritual and emotional freedom. Allow people to support you the way you deserve to be supported. Allow people to support you the way you deserve to be supported. And I'm going to leave that with you. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to be a vessel. I'm going to do another video tomorrow, and this one is for Taurus um, in regards to self-care and the Aries energy that's going on. It's Aries season. So if you resonated with this, if this reading resonated with you in any way, shape, or form, by all means, leave your comments in the comment section. And also, if you are wanting a more in-depth reading, you can hit me up at bowtiepsychic@gmail.com. Also, I have a podcast under the same name, The Bowtie Psychic. And I'm going to be having an episode tonight, and I'll be posting it tomorrow. So by all means, listen to it, click, share, download. Also share this video and follow and subscribe to this channel. Um, I really appreciate your support. So on that note, I'm also on Instagram and Facebook. So by all means, follow me on there as well. I'm always posting content and videos. So on that note, I will see you tomorrow. Peace.